Because even most people these days are still overly superstitious. We worry about things we shouldn't worry about, and we think of all sorts of stuff which gets into our heads. So we should do this, we shouldn't do that. If I don't do this, something rotten's going to happen to me. I know something bad is going to happen to me. And a lot of times people run on superstition too much, and some religions run on excess of superstition. And you find all superstition carries with it some fear. And sometimes people use superstition and the fear which it invokes, if you don't do this, something terrible is going to happen, to control people and ruin people's happiness and freedom. And so superstition is a big issue. So what does Buddhism stand with superstition? Have we got superstition as part of our rites? Is it part of the Buddhist tradition? Unfortunately, in many places it is, but that's not real Buddhism. Certainly that's one of the things which attracted me to sort of this type of teaching, because it did away with all superstition, anything which cannot be proved, which you cannot actually show and experience for yourself. You don't have to believe. And it wasn't a religion which was based out of fear, but was based out of encouragement. There was never any indication, if you don't do this, if you don't do the right thing, if you don't talk to the monks in the correct way, that you're going to go to hell. There was none of that, and that was actually very, very beautiful to see that. You can question everything. And these days I keep on making the statement in brief that really that the type of teachings which you hear here, we hope to make it as representative, as accurate as we possibly can to the authentic Buddhist teachings, is a religion without superstition. It's a religion which will always bend its faith to fit the facts, and never the other way around, never bending the facts to fit the faith. So superstition doesn't have a part of this. But nevertheless, you find, as a religion like Buddhism gets into people's cultures, they always tend to add these superstitious things onto it. And I want to sort of deal with a few of those things to begin with. Even here I see that some of you are wearing these Buddha medallions. And some people wear not just one, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. And they think it can bring you good luck. But if you carry too many Buddha medallions around your neck, it doesn't give you good luck, it gives you neck ache. And it's quite obvious why, all that weight around you. And it also brings you sort of a lack of money, because some of those Buddha medallions cost a lot of money. And that was one of the things which was added onto Buddhism in a country like Thailand, where I grew up. And my goodness, sometimes you see these Thai Buddhists with hundreds of medallions around their neck. And what are you doing that for? And I read this story, which is a great story in the newspapers, a true story. Some of these Buddha medallions, you can actually buy them for lots of money. And this Thai general had one which was worth $500,000 US. This is no joke, they cost that much. He bought it, $500,000 US, because this medallion was going to stop bullets. So, and that's very important for a soldier. So he was in his mess, in some sort of army camp somewhere outside of Bangkok. And he was just bragging about this medallion he just bought for $500,000 US, and how it would protect him from bullets. And he said, "If you don't believe me," he said to the major, "take my gun and shoot me." And the major took that as an order, so he took his gun and pulled the trigger. You know what happened? It's amazing. It killed him. And that's why I got into the newspapers. This general died because he believed in this $500,000 sort of trinket. And of course he was dead, so he couldn't ask for his money back anymore. But why do people do that? No, we have this superstition which people have, and that sometimes ruins the reputation of real religion.